Christopher Columbus did it in a boat. Phineas Fogg did it in 80 days. Richard Branson tried to do it in a hot air balloon. But none of them did it with 3 baby boys. Introducing the world's youngest explorers, 11-month-old twin boys, Ollie and Max, and their younger brother, Freddie. Join them and their loving parents, Wilco and Anya Drew, as they set out on their 12-month adventure around the world. Together, they are 4 men and a lady.
We were 2 people happy, traveling around the world, visiting all these places about which we only heard. We got these 3 little passes that'll change our lives for good, and our travel plans continue with a slightly heavier load, and we are 4 men and a lady. Some people think we're crazy, as long as we got each other, we'll be 4 men and a lady. We'll be 4 men and a lady. We'll be 4 men and a lady.
After the first leg of our round-the-world journey through Africa, Australia, Asia and Russia, Mum and Dad took a little breather in the tranquil British countryside to prepare for Phase 2, driving coast to coast across the USA. But with 3 one-year-old boys, things rarely stay tranquil for long. Although the States is really quite a tame country compared to other places we've been recently with the kids like Moscow, St. Petersburg, Hong Kong, the planning involved in this is really quite extensive. We've got to make sure that we've got places we can park our recreational vehicle in, because they book out, especially in the national parks, really quickly. That's quite right. And the last thing we want to be is stranded on the roadside with all of us in a great big truck. Also, other things like insurance, breakdown cover. We've got to make sure we've got some mobile communications because we want to be in touch with grandparents and the like. Also, weather warnings. Texas at the moment on the southern coastal area down here has just been devastated by some of the hurricane season work, but we should be out of hurricane season by the time we get there. Likewise in Death Valley, we'll be out of the scorching summer season. But all of these things culminate in thousands of things that have to fill this rather stupid head with to make sure that we can do this journey of 4,000 miles, importantly, not just having fun, but safely with our kids. The plan was simple enough. Fly to San Francisco, pick up a camper van, or RV as they call them in the States, and 3 months later, pop up relaxed and smiling on the other side of America, in Florida. Phoning, using the internet and access to general resources would be far harder when we actually were en route in our truck. So it was key to plan as much as possible from base, because travel surprises with babies can really ruin your day. Cheers. Bye. We have a truck, 32 foot worth of gas guzzling motorhome. We're in. Let's go America.
Packing. I hate it.
Paying for excess baggage is never an option for us on our tight budget, so we have to keep our kit really light. Most airlines will, however, let you take a piece of hand luggage, a pram, suitcase and car seat per baby, and for us that's already 12 pieces to worry about.
I'm just packing the medical bag for our trip. Obviously, the 3 key essentials for me are my asthma kit, that's for me, the thermometer for the boys, I don't travel without it ever, and Calpol in case they do have fever. The rest is just stuff that makes me feel comfortable, such as vapor rubs and some Nurofen for me. I'm sure we can get it in America, but I'm taking it with me just to not be nervous. We go through about 100 nappies a week. So I'm not going to pack all of them. I'm just going to pack a small ration to get us through the first couple of days. So that's for 1 baby for 1 day. 2 babies, 3 babies, and I always pack a spare one just in case. So that's 1 day, and that's 2, 4.
On all of our trips, Anya and I divide up quite a lot of the tasks. And packing, that's her domain because she's got German in her blood. Me, I take care of the logistics, how we get from A to B and where we're staying. So from my side, packing is not really that tough. And especially as waiting in an RV means more petrol, which means more costs, I'm really just going to focus on taking the essentials. Job done. Who said packing had to be difficult?
While Dad is the team navigator, Mum is the team driver. And a quick call to a local haulage business was really worth it to get a free driving lesson on a big rig.
It's exactly the same size or same length of the RV that we've hired in America. Oh, I'm just going to try out to drive one of those just to get some practice because I really don't know whether we can drive a 30-foot RV in America. I've never done this before, so I'm going to try this one first and then maybe move on to a brand new one, brand new truck. I'm petrified, I'm shaking.
Incredibly, in America, you can drive a mobile home up to 40 feet long, that's 12 meters, on just a regular, normal driver's license.
Yoo-hoo! I'm driving a big truck.
The lesson was a real confidence booster for Anya, and the practical advice we got, crucial. Bottom line, if you're not sure the rig will go round a particular corner or under a given bridge, stop. Get out, look around. It might just save your day.
Three car seats, 2 prams, one's a double, 2 backpacks, 6 suitcases. I think that's about it, Fredlunds.
As prepared as we could be, and just a little apprehensive about leaving the security of our cottage home in the north of England, it was time to get back on the road again. USA, here we come.
It's been a great trip so far. The boys were pretty good on the plane. Leary's airport shuttle service have picked us up beautifully, and here we are on Post Street. Come on, boys. They're all a bit sleepy. Jet lag's going to be a bit boring. It's only 8:05 in the evening, well, local time.
4 o'clock in the morning, 4:05 English time.
Yeah, and we've been going for about, well, 12 hours on the flight since we left Newcastle, must have been.
So it's 24 hours since we started this journey.
Anyway, we're here and we did something really sensible, which was blow a bit more budget on the place where we're staying for the first 7 days so we can come into somewhere really nice. And this place is $200 a night, 3 bedrooms, hot tubs, beautiful kitchen, enormous American-style fridge, which we could even put the kids in. I'm really pleased we spent the extra $100 a night to blow our cash here. It really makes a huge difference coming in so tight. You happy, lady?
Love it. And look, kids friendly.
Why?
They can't open the doors.
How do you know?
Just they can't. Because I don't know how to open them.
If America is a giant cultural melting pot, then San Francisco is its epicenter. From homeless war veterans to billionaire internet moguls, the streets are packed with an incredible array of people, cultures and history. Almost 1 million people inhabit the city and 8 million its surrounds. It's a place where early morning techno industry workers share their coffee on their way to work with late night techno ravers on their way back home from the clubs.
It's day 1 in San Francisco. We've slept for nearly, how long did you sleep for? Nearly 5 hours, you miserable bloody children. And Mum and Dad have hardly slept at all. Plus we're jet lagged, so we are the miserable Drew family. Come along, boys. Look, boys, where's the scary man? Where's the scary chap? Bah!
Are you jet lagged?
That's the only word you know, Paddy. We spent 2 years trying to teach you that. What noise does the sheepy make? No? Bah, 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 non-stop now, the sheep's gone.
The San Fran Hills, made so famous by many movie car chases, have had cable cars running up and down them since 1873. In those days, they stopped people having to ride and slide on horseback, and today, although the horses and gold rush are all in the past, they still move people up, down, and all around this great city.
There's no question it looks lovely, but it's the crappiest kids' transport in the world, this, but it's great fun. Fortunately, everybody's helped us look after the kids.
The entire Bay Area is a sprawling conurbation, but the main tourist attractions are mostly concentrated around just a few square miles of downtown. And so it's really a relatively easy place to get about on foot.
The financial district is right next to the shopping district in San Francisco, so you can almost not avoid it if you're coming downtown. It's probably not worth doing specifically, but there's some nice things like the Transamerica building and the Gandhi statue to check out.
Sure, the city centre is pretty, but it's a little mundane given all the creativity that has originated from its streets. The Godfather trilogy, fortune cookies, chop suey, denim jeans, and even the United Nations Charter owe their creation to this town.
Can't believe I've lost Anya. It's actually quite boring and quite serious. I've got the twins, she's got Freddie. She's got $9 change left on her. She'll work it out and get herself home, but I'm feeling a bit nervous, not for her, just because I've got the kids and stuff. Anyway, let's go and check out Union Square while we're here. It seems a bit daft to do it by myself because it's really about shopping, and that's not my department. Saks and Marcus Neiman and all those posh places, that's much more the missus's domain. Look who's found each other, yay! If everyone's going to find you, Led, I could have been sure to find you outside Louis Vuitton, Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenue, and this Marcus, whatever posh shop it's called. You okay?
I'm exhausted.
How are you going to get home?
I'm taking a taxi.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
And,
I wanted to find Travelex to change money and then take a taxi. Thank God he gave me money, otherwise it would have been really...
but you had $9 left from the
Where?
from the tram.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's what I'd worked out. That's why I wasn't too worried about you.
Otherwise I would have taken that.
Hello, Fredaloons. It's nice to have you back. We missed you, Fredos. Fredos, did you miss Daddy? Fredos? Daddy missed you lots. We were worried about you and Mummy. Thought you'd be whisked off. Our first miserable person in San Francisco. That bus driver was a complete, can't say that, but one of those.
One of the best things about being in San Francisco with kids is the parks. Golden Gate, Lincoln, and the whole of the Presidio area are vast green spaces, all overlooking the sea. As well as that, there are countless smaller playgrounds dotted throughout this town.
One of the largest city parks in the world, Golden Gate Park, is so much more than just a park. With the flower conservatory behind us, the butterfly zone, and amazing museums for grown-ups and lovely areas for kids to play in as well.
We found this beautiful playground here in Golden Gate Park. It looks amazing. I've not seen anything like that in the 6 months since we've been traveling. So we're gonna have to check this one out. Come on, boys. Wow, we had a fantastic time here at the playground. The kids don't want to go, but we have to move on because it's lunchtime. And with this weather, I think we're going to have a picnic.
Baker Beach is just a short ride to the northwest edge of the city and offers up roughly a mile of great sand and Pacific Ocean, all within 10 minutes of one of America's largest cities.
Boys, come and get 'em. Golden Gate Bridge, all American hot dogs. Here today. Beef Franks, ballpark dogs. Yeah.
Although it can often be covered in mist, the views of Golden Gate Bridge and Serpentine Cliffs are fabulous. Oh, and because it's liberal San Fran, you can even make your way along to the clothing optional section.
I really hate sand. I don't know why everyone goes to the beach. Just look at this. That used to be a sausage. And not only am I going to find sand everywhere today in the house, but also in their nappies for the next 2 weeks, aren't you? Blah. It's been a lovely day, but it's time for us to head back and have a little bit of a... Okay, have a little bit of a snooze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to California, home of the 49ers. You are in the Bay Area. There's no place like it in the world. Enjoy yourself.
San Franciscans have been watching their 49ers play football since the 1940s. And at every home game, 70,000 people make their way to Monster Park just to cheer on their local heroes.
I'm so excited, I can't tell you.
The afternoon out is not just a game but a sporting extravaganza. And in total contrast to our football, soccer, back in the UK, it has a really friendly and unthreatening family atmosphere. Freddie and I felt totally safe.
It's half time, but it's taken 2 hours to play so far. So Freddie and I are going to run back home. He's going to have a quick sleep, and I'm going to see if I can catch the rest of the game on the TV back at the apartment. See you later. It was decision time today. It was either going to be a daddy's day
Or a kiddies' day at the fantastic San Francisco Exploratorium.
and I'm pleased to say that I won for a change. So we're off to go and see Al Capone's crib at Alcatraz.
Okay, let's go.
The boat trip to Alcatraz is only a short 15-minute hop and a lovely way to see the Bay Area. The early inhabitants of Alcatraz were large birds, and hence its name, Spanish for pelican. Then, in the mid-1800s, the US military used it as a defensive fort until the 1930s, when it became the infamous old prison island it is most commonly known as today.
It's a little bit of a mixed emotion docking here in Alcatraz, because for us it's quite exciting as tourists, and coming here, great fun with the kids. But from another perspective, there's a kind of haunting atmosphere from the people that would have docked here, really destitute, right on their heels to start the beginnings of their prison sentences.
Welcome to Alcatraz.
Alcatraz was only active as a penitentiary for just short of 30 years, but became world famous because of her inmates, stories of escape, and all the movies made about this tiny island. Although a little morbid, prisons, castles and cemeteries around the world are interesting places to visit for a different perspective on local history. And with toddlers, they are easy to tour safely as they are designed to be both hard to get into and out of. Al Capone, or Scarface Capone, was probably Alcatraz's most famous unwilling guest. Although officially convicted for tax evasion, he was well known to have been one of the most notorious gangsters of the Prohibition era.
So here's the deal. The broad's done the crime, but she gets to get locked away. But I gotta look after all 3 kids. I'm kind of thinking she got the better deal.
I just can't imagine being locked up 23 hours a day. It's just madness.
These solitary confinement cells are slightly larger than the standard ones across the way, but effectively this is a prison within the prison. Like you say, 23 hours a day, it's quite tough.
Cool. Not much of an exercise yard. This is really dreary.
Just 5 kilometers, that's about 3 miles back, and we're on the mainland once again.
San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf is a fantastic day out or more for the whole family. From toddlers, it's got sea lions and carousels.
And lots of museums, such as, believe it or not, the Ripley's Museum and the Wax Museum.
And if your kids are just a little bit older, they'll really enjoy the USS Pampanito, which is a terrific submarine they can explore with a guided tour.
It was the Italians from Genoa and Sicily at the end of the 19th century that kicked off the local fishing industry and seeded the roots of Fisherman's Wharf. Much has changed since then, although just a few streets to the south, you can still find San Fran's Little Italy district. Although there is not much fishing left to see at Pier 39, the meals are still here. From great seafood chowders served in sourdough throughout the year to amazing Dungeness crabs between November and June, there is always plenty to please the taste buds.
Good that we didn't win anything because they would just fight over this particular toy. That one over there looks like Daddy and even smells like Daddy. It's been a fantastic day out, a real family day. We've had such a good time here at Fisherman's Wharf. We've even been to Alcatraz. I really loved it here.
It was a brilliant family day, but it really is time for us to pack up because tomorrow morning we pick up our camper van and we leave behind us the Pacific as we start 3,500 miles of road trip to the Atlantic in Orlando. So it's goodbye to the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and thanks very much for having us.
Bye.
See you soon. Well,
hey kids, we're here in San Francisco at world famous Pier 39, and I've had the honor of meeting 4 men and a lady as they travel across the world. Now, they're in here in San Francisco, they're eating clam chowder, they're seeing the sea lions, but get this, they're getting in an RV and they're driving across the country to the East Coast. That is gonna be so much fun. It's either gonna be 4 men and a lady, or maybe just the lady by the end of the trip, because I would have killed 4 guys in an RV. Anyway, you guys have a safe trip. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys again, and please, please be safe, and don't forget, RJs need loving too.